And welcome back everywhere to the Join the League season number 6, the group stage of it. It is the European division with Scary Faces going up against Lemondogs in this 2-game series. Scary Faces, well, they took game number 1 so convincingly. I mean, there wasn't really a doubt. At least there shouldn't have been a doubt for most anybody how this game will end up. Lemondogs, they did have a rather farmed Phantom Lancer, but they just weren't able to do anything to Scary Faces, even with only that Phantom Lancer being farmed. But Scary Faces now, having first pick, they do go for the Queen of Pain once again. Did utilize it extremely well last game. Was level 11, while their counterpart, the mid lane Zeus, was only level 9 at the time. So Queen of Pain definitely was a key role in what helped Scary Faces just play the game that they did. Now though, Lemondogs, what are the options open to them? They did ban out the Chen and Troll themselves. Scary Faces once again removing the IO as well as the Sniper. So for Lemondogs, there's the Lion at the moment. Lion could be an excellent choice up against the Queen of Pain, of course. Juggernaut if they want to go for that one. Vengeful Spirit, I have to say, has rather fallen off all of a sudden. But it's going to be Juggernaut first. Are we going to see the Lion? Vengeful I still think would be a pretty solid choice, but it's going to be a Magnus instead. Straight out second pick Magnus. I'm not too sure how much I like that one, just because, well, I think you could have gone for the Magnus later on as well. So with your Scary Faces now, if you want to, you could quite easily pick up a Lion for yourself. Maybe get the Skyref Mage if you do not favor the Lion as much. Ancient Seal can be quite an easy way of dealing with the Juggernaut. Scary Faces, they still have lots of reserve time left, so there's no rush with them really with this secondary pick here, but Storm Spirit would be available once again if they really want to go for that one. Maybe also leaving it for later on, or just leaving it so that Lemondogs might want to ban it out. Other heroes, Lion already as mentioned, and the Skyref, so if they want offlaners, Clockwork could be a hero that they would want to get, but it's gonna be a Lion in the end. Took some time for them to figure it out, but it's just too solid of a hero to really pass up on. Hex, one of the better ways in dealing with the Juggernaut, because if Juggernaut can't play Fury, he can't that easily TP out, plus at least he takes damage from Finger of Death. So if you blink Hex as a Lion, follow up with the Finger of Death, as well as Queen of Pain jumping in with the Sonic Wave, that in theory should be easy kills. And also, had they gone for a Skyref Mage instead of the Lion, for example, it would have meant that quite possibly they are going to have double Silence coming out later on, with Queen of Pain having that Orchid and then the Ancient Seal. So overlapping Silences may not be the best thing, just because heroes from some point onwards will get BKBs, will get Manta Style, whereas Lion Blink Hex is able to catch anybody off guard. But next set of bans about to come out, Scary Faces do remove that Vengeful Spirit. Vengeful, of course, would allow, first of all, for the Vengeful to save somebody with the Nether Swap. Also go for an extremely early Roshan with just Juggernaut going into Rosh Pit by himself. Vengeful Spirit only helping out with the Wave of Terror from afar, and then just going away to other places at the same time. So it definitely makes sense to ban out the hero, whereas Lemondogs, once again, to remove the Beastmaster. I do believe it was a Beastmaster and a Broodmother that they banned out as the third and fourth ban in game number 1. So we will see what that ban is. And speaking of game number 1, I just remembered that, hey, I can start uploading it already. I don't know what I'm waiting for, guys. I don't know. Easy upload is easy. But Lina will be the secondary ban, and, well, a little bit surprised that Lina, I think, went completely untouched in game number 1. Definitely a hero that has skyrocketed in popularity over the past couple of weeks, maybe even a month by now. But Lemondogs, wow, I love this one. It's going to be a Disruptor. Definitely going to be that wombo combo that we can see here with Magnus getting a perfect RP with Static Storm, Kinetic Field to follow, keeping them in there. And then just Juggernaut running in, being empowered by the Magnus, cleaving through everybody but Scary Faces. It is their turn to go for the Enigma now. But getting a Black Hole off before BKB as an Enigma, being up against Glimpse, it is gonna be extremely hard. And even if you do go for the black hole, you may still get like Omni Slashed and still die in there. Of course, depending on if you catch the Juggernaut beforehand or not. But Lemondogs, their 4th pick about to come. They do need an additional support unless they want to go for a jungler. But Chen being banned by themselves, they may have to go for that Enchantress, but I don't think that they're gonna go for it. So some kind of support. Scar of Mage still wouldn't be super bad. They are maybe a little bit just stun light if they do go for that one. But for now, gonna pick up a Bristleback instead. So expecting that to be their off lane. Maybe even pick up a Dazzle as the last one. Run dual lanes of Disruptor Jugger safe. Magnus mid lane maybe. And then just Bristle Dazzle off lane. The Shallow Grave would also be pretty nice in just dealing with the raw just burst power of a Lion and the Queen of Pain. Just get the Shallow Grave on somebody and if not save them completely, at least delay their death. Make it so that they can like get off their own spells. And actually if you just defend the Juggernaut with that, it may just be enough for the Juggernaut to like counter Omni Slash and even survive thanks to that. Wow. I love chat, man. You got a great topic going on at the moment. Great topic. Scary faces. 40 seconds and counting down now. What's their pick gonna be? They don't need support, so just an offlaner plus a safe or mid laner. I still say Storm Spirit, not too bad of a choice. Maybe with the Static Remnant, not the Remnant, but Static Storm being there for the Disruptor. Maybe not as valuable of a pick, but they definitely made it work last game. Why not now again? Unless they want to go for some more 1-1 combo of their own. Go for like a Faceless Void now as well. Get that Chronosphere. Followed up by the Black Hole as well as the Sonic Wave of the Queen of Pain. But, whoa, it's gonna be Brewmaster instead. Wow. Does this mean it's gonna be Brewmaster offlane? Are they sending the Queen of Pain offlane or are we yet to see their offlaner? All of those are quite possible. So, of course, for me, it's probably harder to figure out than for Lemondogs because they're drafting on a daily basis and probably they're just better at this game than I am. Not probably, but most certainly. Last bans though, Lemondogs. What are they most afraid of now? What roles do they expect just Queen of Pain or Brewmaster to be in for this? I do think that they should be still most worried about like some kind of a extra core, and yeah, it's gonna be the Storm Spirit ban. If Scary Faces did want to pick up the Storm Spirit, could have easily been the 4th pick, but maybe they wanted to leave it as kind of a mystery. Just because if they had gone for it as the 4th pick, Lemondogs would have still had a chance to go for an additional support that can really make the Storm Spirit's life a living hell. As now Dazzle will be banned out, so unfortunately we cannot see that Dazzle Bristleback offlane now that I was talking about. But it's nice to see that Scary Faces were thinking on the same direction as I was. As for Lemondogs, they have plenty of reserve time, 1 minute and 2 seconds to be exact, plus 10 seconds of normal pick time as well. So what shall we see? Are we even gonna see a support? I highly doubt we're gonna see a jungler, but they might be running like a crazy just Lycan in the jungle or something, I don't know. Axe? Is Axe available? Axe is available! Huh. They could go for like a 4-position Axe jungling. I think it wouldn't even be that bad, just additional form of lockdown. More wombo combo with that reverse polarity as well if need be. Because I don't think they're lacking in damage, so just getting some solid lockdown would be pretty nice. Then again, they would be running 4 melee heroes in that case. And it may be a little bit worrisome being as that many melee heroes up against the black hole. But they have 20 seconds left now. I said they had plenty, but not anymore. Gonna be 15 seconds and counting down, and it's gonna be a Rubik in the end. Well, a pretty solid choice. I have to say, I didn't even think about the Rubik, just because that hero isn't utilized all that much, but I always love to see that hero. He's just a solid support hero. And in this game, there are lots of abilities to steal. Even the Blink of Queen of Pain can be excellent. Then just stealing anything from Lion, maybe the Mana Drain, not as useful, but even that may have its just chances to shine, kind of. But Brewmaster getting the primal split, gonna be excellent, stealing Sonic Wave. But Scary Faces themselves, this time around, will go for a real late game carry, and I'm not too sure if it's gonna work out for them. It does depend, of course, as always, somewhat on how the rest of the lineup does as well, how early of a lead, if a lead is what you're gonna get at all. Just because Medusa being up against just an empowered Juggernaut, plus a Bristleback as well, I wouldn't really favor their chances all that highly, in all honesty. But to introduce the lineups for the second game of this 2-game series, people, it is going to be Chaps playing the Juggernaut for the Lemondogs side. For Steph style, it's going to be Disruptor, with Eros Loco playing the Rubik, leaving Krilly on the Bristleback, and E-Skills as the last one on the Magnus. And yes, Zenbri, I have heard you. I will type the score in the title. Lemondogs 0-1 Scary Faces. Hopefully the title is understandable for everybody. Wasn't a great place to put the score in the title, but should be fine, guys. Should be fine. But now to introduce the Scary Faces side as well. Ramses666 once again being in the offlane this time around though. He is going to be on the Brewmaster, leaving Eknart to handle the Enigma with Quista. To be a mid lane Medusa, wow, that set looks pretty wicked. We have State 21 to be the Queen of Pain, and last Shadowway supporting on the Lion, but man, haven't seen Medusa all that much, haven't seen... To be honest, I haven't watched that many Dota games or haven't been casting more, doing the background stuff. But, huh, not too shabby. Not too shabby for a crazy snake lady, eh? Crazy snake lady. Oh, we do have a telekinesis already. Almost missed it, but it's fine. Queen of Pain gets the blink out. The buff to the range, just it being the same range throughout all levels, just a cooldown reducing. But 1300 range, there's just nobody on LD side who can follow up to that one. Even if you get the skewer, the range just isn't going to be nearly enough. But it is going to still be a dual lane from LD, although it's not maybe as good as a Dazzle would be with the Bristleback. Rubik definitely has its uses as well. Just getting a telekinesis may even be better onto Lion, for example, than just a Dazzle's Shadow Poison. Oh, really now? Just starting with the Quill Sprays by a little bit. No magic sticks yet either on Shadowway or Queen of Pain. But I think they're gonna get some rather early on because it's just an item. It really is a must-have item when you're up against a Bristleback. You just know he's gonna be spamming those Quill Sprays sooner or later, and when he does, you want to have that magic stick for sure. So now, we're gonna have nothing happening. Absolutely nothing. Mid lane though, E-Skills, you can see already struggling. Although Medusa may be not the worst matchup to the Magnus, and Magnus, I mean, any kind of matchup, you will do fine just because you're gonna have the Shockwave, and although E-Skills is dropping a little bit lower on health, you can see the Quista is actually behind in last hits. 4-1 in last hits compared to the 9-2. So E-Skills, with that first point into Empower, the early value point, he picked it up on level 2, but still rather early on. It does give him a slight farming advantage over the Medusa early on, but if you look at the damage, Medusa, well, without the Empower at least, is doing a tiny bit more. But Medusa, as she gets more levels, it will get more and more just annoying as Shadowway goes down, pops a ward, sees Krilly of course, but Krilly, they can't really kill him that easily. Lion doesn't do all that much damage early on. Maybe if he gets level 2 into that, Shadow Strike gets the increased stun duration as Ramses. Gets a couple of last attacks in from the Disruptor with the double damage. Eres Loco though wants to steal some creeps, or at least block some camps from spawning, maybe both if we can make it happen. But nope, just leeches some XP if nothing else. It's level 2, so we'll have that Fate Ball to work with as well. Level 1 doesn't do all that much damage, but maybe just a little bit extra that you need to really secure your team a kill. Enigma, getting already a Soul Ring pre-3 minutes, just having a good old time in the jungle really. Oh, there's the Telekinesis. Lion might be in trouble, but they don't pull him back. There's the Hex onto Krilly, Herb Spike to follow. It is only level 1, but is it gonna be enough? Nope. Krillin, his back is too strong, and suddenly State plus Shadowware, they're so damn low. Where's Loco has boots. I don't think they can turn it around, or can they? Shadowware even gives away his position, although it didn't matter. They got that Quill Spray anyway, but those Quill Sprays definitely started stacking up. And Fate Bolt reducing the attack damage as well definitely made a difference, I think. Telekinesis comes out, one more Quill Spray is all they need, but he won't get it. State gets that blink at the last second. Still not operating a magic stick for some weird reason. But they tried to go for the kill, got a little bit greedy and got punished for it rather heavily so as well. At least it is a dual versus dual lane, so it's not mentally as, I don't know, hurtful kind of, but still, losing a just hero like that, plus you were so close to getting in that first blood yourself. Definitely a little bit annoying, but it's only the start of the game after all. Ramses in the meantime tried to chase down Steph Style, but couldn't quite find him. And just a second, guys, just a second. Wow, have to turn off that. Oh, mid lane, never mind. Thought they're closer to each other, but had to turn off the AC because it was getting pretty cold here, and it does a pretty loud beep if you turn it off. It sucks that it beeps so much, but it's cool, guys. It's cool. Jabs in the meantime, level 5.5. If and when he hits level 6, Ramses has to be a little bit careful, because if he gets separated from the creeps, even though yes, you're a pretty tanky hero as the Brewmaster, just the Omni Slash plus maybe the Blade Fury to follow. Maybe the Omni Slash will suffice by itself. But it will definitely be pretty damn close to a kill if you can separate him somehow. Magnus in the meantime, 27 last hits compared to the 20 of the Medusa. Up to his Arcane Boots already, so we'll go for Arcanes first, and I do like Arcanes first. That way you just guarantee that you're not going to run into any mana issues once you get the blink. Once you just run around spamming spells left and right trying to set up kills. Enigma though, still enjoying free farm, and usually that's never a good thing for the enemy side if the Enigma is just farming up, so at some point Lemondogs may have that just come bite them back in the ass, just because last game at least there was a Chen for Scary Faces, and no, never mind, it was also Scary Faces on the dire side first game as well, I think. Credo will get slowed down, but I don't think there's going to be any follow-up, just he's way too tanky, although he's still going to get hexed, but yeah, there's no point. Magnus in the meantime gets a kill onto the Medusa. Rubik plus the Disruptor went in. Top lane though, Krilli does start dropping lower, has the Ring of Health, and State, he's really in no position to just blink in and Scream of Pain, although may just be crazy enough to do so, and if she is, I think she's gonna die for it. Oh, there's the blink forward, has gotten his bottle just delivered out, and this should be enough to get the kill. They want to get it into the face, they slow the Bristle back down. Scream of Pain, they will get the kill with that one. So in the end, Bristleback's just staying around for a little bit too long. Ring of Health may be nice mid lane though, Steph Style has the Invis, so they might try to go for Krista once again. Of course, without the reverse polarity, not half as easy, or not without the Rubik there as well. But Krista standing his ground for now. Steph Style is only level 4, so the kinetic field doesn't last that long, plus there's no static storm to help out in addition. But top lane, they get another kill, just the Hex Earth Spike, if you get caught by it. It's just so much, and State didn't even need the Sonic Wave for that. Bottom lane, Ramses is also level 6 now, so he has the Primal Split. But Primal Splitting while trying to kill a Juggernaut, I don't think it's really gonna get any results at all. There's the Thunderclap, just a little bit of harass. Juggernaut, he has some life still, so just by attacking creeps, he's gonna get all that life back. Maybe not too fast, but he's gonna get it anyway. $1.4k though already on E-skills, hasn't died, just still holding on to that one kill. If only he got a little bit of assistance and all. Speaking of, there is a smoke, there is Loco, but not even going there. Gonna maybe place a ward and go back, or you of course can try to get the top lane kill, but you're not level 6 yet. Doesn't have the additional spell for maybe some lockdown, maybe some extra burst. So as long as State doesn't overextend, never mind, we're gonna go back bottom lane. Ramses might be forced into a primal split, or might not be. So nothing much happening, just both teams have managed to grab a couple of kills, but other than that, it is just farming up. But switching over to network early on, wow, Magnus is his heads above anybody else, 4.1k. The Dire is at 2.9, the highest state though, coming in with the haste rune. There's a Scream of Pain, but telekinesis, RP as well state. Oh wow, overextension is real, and suddenly Magnus, he got even more cold. If he gets this creep wave, if he gets all the last hits, that's gonna be easy blink. Well, he kind of needs only 2 last hits, maybe 3. But that was massive. Then again, Shadowware did get the kill bottom lane. Ramses still chasing Primal Split, is ready step style. If he gets caught by the Thunderclap, he is done for. Or is he? His slowed down. Earth Spike does miss. Gets off a Thunderstrike before his death, but they got the kill on the Juggernaut without the Primal Split. Oh, never mind, yeah, Finger of Death was there. Shadowwork was already level 6 at the time, so that's huge. Although they lose mid lane Queen of Pain, that was definitely awkward. It's still fine just because 4 cores of them are farming, and although Magnus with a blink is nice, it's not the be all end all of a sudden. If Juggernaut was this farmed, I would maybe even be a little bit more worried, for example. As Queen of Pain just gets a kill on Krillia. Just as I look away, Sonic Wave, Scream of Pain, man, this game just... I'm so off, so off. But the blink is there now on Magnus. RP still on cooldown for about 46 seconds. Krista in the meantime picks up Face Boots, has 2 points into Mana Shield as well, but doesn't have it activated. So unless he is extremely fast with his reactions, he may just get caught by the RP and not even be able to activate Mana Shield. And well, there is an upside and a downside to that. Just because if you have Mana Shield and if you just get initiated by a stun, you may take too much damage by the point you get out of the stun, and thanks to the Mana Shield draining your mana, you may not have enough. Oh, there's the blink forward. But we're just gonna have a skewer. Is it gonna happen again, State? Please. Doesn't have enough points into blink, so it's still on cooldown, but he's a little bit faster thanks to Shadow Strike, but the Shockwave will clean him up, and now the bottles between the Shadow Strike ticks will keep E-skills alive as well. State, he is just going balls deep to this game. Don't know exactly why, but he's doing it, and it's just not working out. Getting close to it, but close just doesn't cut it at all. Ramses in the meantime is only 250 gold short of his own blink dagger on the Brewmaster, so that's also going to be a pretty nice timing considering, well, you were an offlane Brewmaster after all. Chaps though, Mask of Madness just now purchased up, so he's also going to be able to just dish out insane amounts of damage. At the moment, at least it's still a level 1. Oh, is Ramses in some trouble? Step style, not going to use the Glimpse. If the creep wave wasn't there, they probably would have tried to go for it. But even with the Glimpse, I think the creep wave would have gotten just close enough for the Brewmaster if he gets Omnislashed for the Omnislash bounces to go into those creeps. Bristleback now though, gets himself a Vanguard, so suddenly he is a hell of a lot tankier than he used to be. But what do we have here? Shadowware again coming in, but this time the smoke may be wasted. Step style doesn't get stunned, or well, he does get stunned. Nice angle, they get the Hex, the Finger of Death, and the Blink Scream of Pain, plus the Thunderclap. Shadowwork really nice, just turning around, getting it onto the Juggernaut. Juggernaut maybe should have expected it a little bit as well. The Hex at least. Not the follow-up of course, but maybe should have started with a Blade Fury, because there shouldn't be enough physical damage on Scary Faces at the moment to really kill him through that. So you go for Blade Fury, and then you have a little bit of extra time to decide whether you want to Omnislash or what you want to do. They're blinking forward, they want to find Step Style, but Step Style is in the safety of the trees. Lion just mana draining like a boss. All the while the Ares Loco just farming up top lane, wants to get his level 6, wants to get that valuable spell still going. Maybe Arcane Boots, maybe rushing a 4-staff or a Blink Dagger for example. State, he has his Sonic Wave ready. It's still only level 1, so definitely not fast, as fast as the game as game number 1 was, but oh, they might get some kills. Ramses with the Invis Rune, scouting things out, has the blink as well, but Krillia and Step Style already backing off. Yeah, I think they saw the Invis getting picked up, so they're not gonna get caught by it, but even though they don't get caught, they're not farming, at least those two heroes aren't farming at the same time in Scary Faces. Did manage to take down this tier 1. Top lane, the Ares Loco finally making it to the tower, not really the fastest pusher. Didn't really want to waste too much mana before getting those Arcane Boots either, by using Fate Bolt to push out the lane. But is level 6 now. Shadowware in the meantime, 1300 in the bank. Last game, I do believe, Lemondogs got a blink on Lion around this time. Oh, never mind. It was still Scary Faces running the Chen. I'm just getting stuff confused. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. So it may have been Shadowware last game as well on the Lion. Not entirely sure if he played the Chen or not. Oh, doesn't really matter too much because looks like Roshan may be on the menu for Scary Faces. They're gonna have the Eidolons come in as well. They're not gonna time out before. Also, Enigma should always be able to just create Eidolons from the current existing ones before it expires. And well, LD, the best they can get from this is getting a tier 1 top, which they do get, making it so that Magnus suddenly has 2k gold. Is he gonna go for a BKB next though? That's the question. Or is he gonna really just rush a straight out Refresher Orb? Either one has its merits. I think BKB won't even be that bad this game. Roshan though will go down, and who's gonna pick up the Aegis though? Is it gonna be Krista on the Medusa? Just ensure the farm on her, or State? Well, State, being as aggressive as he has been, definitely a good just target for the Aegis. Just blink in, pop your spells, and if you get killed by the time you resurrect, you're probably gonna have Blink and Scream of Pain again. Scream of Pain, man, 7-second cooldown, that's low. That is filthy low. LD did do some damage to the tier 2 as well, top lane, but they will back off in the end. Just not gonna force things, not gonna take those chances. I'm not too sure if they've even seen Enigma in a long time, so they may not know what Enigma has. Maybe they're like, oh, maybe he has a blink all of a sudden, so playing a little bit careful there. Step style though, level 3 into Glimpse. They did have vision, but now they lost it. It is nighttime after all for still a couple of minutes, or 1 minute it should be. Krista in the meantime just farming up Ancients, taking a huge chunk of damage. Yes, he may be getting gold, but he's not going to be in any shape to actually join a team fight from this unless he goes all the way back to base beforehand. Or of course maybe gets a lucky rune at the 16-minute mark, but he's probably going to be backing off from this point before the 16-minute mark anyway. But does get himself that point booster now. Went for the Yasha first, but maybe going for just pure normal Yasha into Eye of Skadi, for example. That is a really common build in all fairness. Skadi definitely will be nice up against Bristleback as well as Juggernaut. Even the Magnus after he's used his Blink and Skewer. What other items may I have missed here? Doesn't look like much of anything at the moment. State still trying to work towards his Orchid. Last game it was a 13.5-minute one, so definitely gonna be slower. In the meantime, Medusa gets himself a bounty rune, so easy bottle charges. He's in fighting shape now, and with the Aegis, with the Medusa coming in. Oh, blink forward. Oh, they already got the Thunderclap. Poor Ruby got blown up. Didn't even see Ramses go in there, but easy pickings, and now they're gonna get the tier 1 as well. They're even gonna tank it up. They just don't care. They're ballers after all. The glyph does come out, which it always should, and now Ramses, he wants to go for more. Cool spray, stopped him for a little while, but Chaps, he comes in, he's gonna get hexed as well. There's the Finger of Death. Will they have enough with the Sonic Wave? They will, and the RP will be completely and utterly wasted. Unfortunately so, now Eknard got slowed down, but got the Malphite. Blink forward state, gets glimpsed back. Everybody else I think is gonna be just fine. This chase is a little bit too long. Ramses didn't get the blink off before the quill sprays, but I think it's gonna be just fine. There's the mech as well from Eknard, so can they go for the tier 2 on top of this? I mean, they know there's no RP, but they will not take that risk for now. Still, Scary Faces looking strong, just getting the better initiations, and LD, although all of them were close by, they just got caught, and once again Juggernaut didn't get the chance to use the Omni Slash, and I'm beginning to wonder if he's even had a chance to use the Omni Slash this game, because from memory, I don't think he has. I may have missed some, but I really think he's just been holding on to the Omni Slash the entire time, and now State does have his Orchid a little bit later than last game, as already mentioned, but better late than never, and it's still a reasonable timing. Is number 2 in net worth. Krista slightly surpassing the Queen of Pain. Magnus is up there as well, but after that, Juggernaut, although your fast farm, just hasn't been able to utilize his speed. There is a Freeman Smoke though. State might be in a lot of trouble, but nope, Smoke breaks and blinks the other way. Still stuck, but look at the distance just from here to here. To just one blink. One blink. So it's gonna be safe. Even get the silence and the slow one to Ares Loco. But with a 4-step from the Magnus, Ares will be safe. But still State got his bottle refilled. All is well, all is good. Eknard, 1200 gold in the bank. Ramses does have a Hand of Midas recipe. So wants to also be just able to help his team even in the later stages of the game. Maybe gonna go for that Aura type of Brewmaster. Get the Vladimir's offering, for example. Get the AC next. Blink also picked up on Lion now. Shadowware. That is gonna do a huge amount for their team. At least it should. But we cannot forget still, there is the RP. There is the Static Storm now to follow Steph type. Is finally level 6 in the Disruptor as well. Did take them quite some time, but they did finally get it. What do the graphs even say? Once again, 7,500 lead for Scary Faces in net worth. About an 8k lead in XP as well. So it is their game to lose for now. Late game, it's hard to say who has the better late game. I mean, just Empowered Juggernaut feels so strong, plus the Bristleback as well, just being able to tank up. But then again, Medusa, one of the best late game carries. Enigma being there with the black holes, and if the Brewmaster really gets an obscene amount of farm as well, thanks to the Hand of Midas. Even the Queen of Pain, just the ability to blow people up. Maybe a Hex late game. Blink Hex from Lion is always going to be awesome. So, if this goes late game by the item choices that we've seen so far, and just which heroes are getting how much farm for now, I'd say Scary Faces may even have just the better late game as well, but late game is always a fickle thing. Chaps, is he at least gonna have a Yasha? Well, he needs 50 more gold to get that Plate of Alacrity. Do we have a smoke on somebody? They are rather grouped up, and every time you're grouped up like this, yet you're not smoking, you're not finding kills, it is so hurtful for you. I mean, they can go for the tier 2 if they want to, but it's gonna be rather obvious if you just show a couple of people on lane this early. But there is a pretty nice creep wave coming in, so it may not even be that bad of a choice, because Aegis has expired, well, 1 minute ago already, but State, oh wow, he's gonna find himself an invis rune. Is he gonna pop it? Because I don't think there's any detection at all. Their only form of like semi-detection is if they smoke themselves up. Well, they had a sentry, which I overlooked somehow, but that sentry is gone now. Plus, they know the sentry is there because a ward just now got dewarded. Oh, there's the stun. Blink, Thunderclap to follow. Chap still alive, but they get the Hex onto Krilly Bristleback. He's the tankiest target. You don't really want to go for that on Quista. He's gonna get glimpsed back as well. Brewmaster still keeps on going. State did get just telekinesis, I think it was. Krilly, he's just too damn tanky for most people to take care of him, but he's going to get silenced. There's the Sonic Wave as well. Into the back, E-Skills manages to cancel his RP. Blink forward, while the Omni Slash only got onto one. Eknard can't go for the Black Hole. He got silenced by the Static Storm. That was a pretty bad fight, State. He's going to get glimpsed back as well and will lose his life. There, they even catch the telekinesis. Skewer back, beautiful execution. And 3 heroes are down. Triple kill for Chaps. Well, if they execute the fight like that, they can easily take it, and with the heroes being down for that long, can they really get the tier 3, maybe even more? Rubik even stole himself that Primal Split as well, but wow, that was a huge fight. First of all, getting the glimpse on the Medusa Stone Gaze, didn't get even activated, although Ares Loco will lose his life. Tier 3 will be safe, but Eknard had to buy back for this. So there's not going to be a Blink nor a BKB and Enigma anytime soon, as Shadowware finds him one as well. Blink. Just Earth Spike as well as Finger of Death. Juggernaut getting a little bit too greedy, trying to farm up the enemy jungle and just paying the ultimate price. So in the end, still a rather even fight. Of course, LD also get the tier 2, so that's a little bit extra there. But they should not have lost the Juggernaut. I mean, losing the Rubik like that on the just disengage to run away. Oh, Blink forward, but the Scream of Pain doesn't damage E-Skills before the Blink. Also had a haste rune, so I think would have been able to get out regardless. So 22 minutes, 30 seconds in. I think the last fight definitely gave some leeway to LD. Yep. What used to be about an 8k net worth lead now is down to 5k. XP though still a 7.5k lead, so Scary Faces, although they don't take the greatest fight, it's not the end of the world for them just because they did get those two retaliation kills. Also, Silent Quista gets himself the Eye of Skadi finished. tanking up quite a bit. 1600 health, the mana shield maxed out now as well, but Krilly, just focusing him was probably the most wrong thing. Oh, but the beautiful blink RP onto 2. They get the stun in return, so there's no skewer, but Eknar's solo once again can't go for the black hole. Krista completely out of mana. The silence just screwing them over big time, and now with the Omni Slash, somebody go soak it. Nope. Shadowware, he just stood far away from it. They need to kill the healing ward, and with the Scream of Pain, they get the Juggernaut down, but Krilly, he's just in fighting shape, easily so. Mana Drain didn't do anything. Eros Loco may lose his life. Nope, Thunderclap a little bit off target. There's the Blink Sonic Wave though, catches onto Silence into E-skills as well. May even get that additional kill, although I don't think so. Really helping out. Soulburn, not quite enough, and with the skewer, they get the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain for some reason, not using those Styx charges early enough. But still in the end, does get the counter kill onto the Magnus, I do believe, with a Shadow Strike. So it's gonna be a 4-for-4 trade, but as you can see, the amount of XP and gold is just so heavily favoring LD from that fight. That Static Storm in Disruptor may have gotten a really late level 6. But boy has that done a lot for them. Static Storm just screwed over Enigma 2 times now completely. Enigma needs that BKB, but he's just not getting the space to really farm it up. Bristleback also gets himself an SNY now, 1900 health, Vanguard plus a casual cloak on top of it. He is really just a thorn in Scary Face's sides, and although Medusa may be a little bit scary with the split shot, just really focusing on Bristleback isn't doing all that much for now. Definitely needs a couple of extra items and just one actual damage item. Chavs also now catching up in farm on the Juggernaut quite nicely, so 1700 in the back, SNY finished. That Empower definitely, of course, is one thing that allows you to farm even faster than a Juggernaut normally does. E-skills, is he gonna just go by? Yeah. Give Chaps the Empower. He's got the power! Yes, guys. That was totally weird, but he's got it, man. Just look at it. Double stacks of Ancients, yeah, no worries, like 4 seconds of farming. State 21 is pretty close to his Aghanim set, and he's gonna have it soon enough. Needs only 100 extra gold. But do we have a smoke on anybody, or are they just running around as a group? They have reverse polarity ready. Oh, we might get a fight here. Are we finally going to see a black hole? There's the fight. Skewer back as well. Beautifully done. Should be an easy kill with the telekinesis. Chavs arrives. A few attacks. Shadow Wave blinks forward. There's the Static Storm. The Krista got off his ultimate. Nice Earth Spike in the end. Sonic Wave. How many are we going to get it on? Oh, it's still on cooldown. One more second, but 2 heroes are down. Beautiful RP. Catches 2 Sonic Wave though. Catches 2 in return and State. Blinks forward. It's gonna be a pure cleanup, I think. Yep, Earth Spike catches E-skills before he can get into the trees. And now Krilly, well, he's gonna get slowed down to oblivion by this Eye of Skadi, although he's still pretty fast. But it's gonna be an ultra kill for State 21. Didn't even need the immediate Sonic Wave. Good stuff. Only losing the Enigma, and Enigma, well, he got killed off almost immediately, but maybe shouldn't have focused that hard on the hero. 5 heroes down. It's gonna be at least a tier 2. And let's take a quick recap of that fight as well. There's the skewer back onto the Enigma, telekinesed up. The Static Storm was decent as well, but too many heroes got the blink off beforehand. Lion also really fast on the reactions, moving out of the Static Storm, getting a beautiful 2-man Earth Spike, just delaying things out, and RP was only onto the Brewlings, plus there was no damage follow-up, because the Brewlings already got the Bristleback into the air. And now they get the last kill plus Krilly after that, but going back to the normal screen, they're gonna catch Ares Loco, Steph Tile, also get hexed, but Shadowware, he's gonna lose his life, but Omni Slash for Lion, not even that bad of a trade, I'd say, especially if they should be able to claim Rex from this. They get the slow on Steph Tile, double slows even, mind you. Steph Tile was still alive, but Healing Ward, oh, it's gonna keep him alive, State 21, trying to just outrun, but gets hit a couple of times. Now Krista in trouble, pops the Stone Gaze. Black Hole, oh, onto Chaps. Can they really get the kill? Maybe so. State blinks forward, but the Static Storm again. State, he's gonna lose his life, I think. One more Quill Spray, hit does. They don't get Drax. That was just complete nonsense aggression by Scary Faces. Why would you dive that far for kills for just a lowly Disruptor? If you could just take Rax instead, and well, LD, they needed this. They needed to save those Rax. They needed those kills. Just look at the XP and gold that they got. Plus, not only that, well, with 4 points into Boo, it's going to be an easy Roshan as well. Scary faces, throw, counter throw, although look at this, Rams is going in with the haste run. He's like, ah, if I can't do any better, I'm at least gonna claim range racks. And even though it's not that big of a deal, the range racks, it's still pretty damn nice. And he's gonna get it and be able to blink out. Yes, chaps, didn't have the Omni Slash ready yet. So Rams is gonna be perfectly safe for now. Or is he? Yeah, just TPing out. So a pretty nice move, using the haste run, getting the best possible trade for the Trojan as they could. Meta style is finally finished on the Juggernaut, so silence maybe not as worrying for him anymore. I think he disassembled the SNY because he definitely had it beforehand, so nice usage of that. It's not something I see all that often, in all fairness. It used to be more of a thing in Heroes of New Earth. Yes, you may hate on me because of that, but I used to watch quite a bit of it earlier on. Before Dota 2 actually became a thing, but in Dota you don't really see it that often, just somebody going for SNY first, then disassembling it to like Evans Halberd and Manta style. Quista though has himself another ultimate orb, so his own Manta style will also be coming out rather shortly. Eknard trying to go for the PKB, but only has the Ogre Club plus 1.1k, so still needs to farm up at least a couple solid minutes. And the one thing is that LD, they didn't even need to use that many buybacks in that defense earlier on. It was only the Rubik having to buy back. The rest were just respawning anyway, because there was also a tier 2 separating Scary Faces from the tier 3 and the Rax. Shadow Widow goes in deep, places down this hill ward. So that's going to give them some excellent vision. I don't think there's still any gems or anything. No gems on either side, no sentries even. At least my eye doesn't spot any, so... The thing is now, LD, they have all of their ultimates, they have the Aegis for another 3 minutes. Can they make use of it, or will the only use out of that Aegis be that Scary Faces isn't just going for Rax, for example? Is that the only difference? We shall see soon enough. Ramses in the meantime, well, blinks forward, Manta style. Ah, you bastard, Queen of Pain. Doesn't even leave one creep to Brewmaster. Then again, State 21, he's so close to his own blink, not blink, the BKB as well, 500 gold only. And with the BKB, they can ensure that the Static Storm is no issue for them. But then again, Steph Style does have 2 components of the Aghanim Scepter. And the Aghanim Scepter may be a pretty big deal, because you can't even activate items in it anymore. Suddenly, tier 1 down in the favor of LD. Shadowware was in the trees, but managed to blink out before Krilly got close enough for the Quill Spray. Oh, Quista though, oh, so close. E-skills, if he had maybe 4 steps straight away, and then just RP Skewer, but unable to find Quista at this point in time. BKB finished now. On the Queen of Pain, Ramses should have it as well, he does. But chaps, at the very least, if nothing else, got to get the enemy ancients down with just 2 attacks or something crazy like that. Definitely getting up there in farm, 3.3k, not on the level of Medusa or Queen of Pain yet, but only a 1k difference max. So what's his next item gonna be? Is he gonna finish up something from that Sange, or is it really gonna be that Basher, for example, now? Basher definitely would be pretty nice, or maybe preemptive Monkey King Bar, considering that Medusa, I think, is gonna go for that, not the Battle Fury, what am I saying, the Butterfly next. I mean, Butterfly would definitely be a solid choice, being up against the Juggernaut and even a Bristleback there as well, just dishing out loads of physical damage. Even the Magnus himself with the Empower isn't hitting like a wet noodle. Tier 1 top lane does get cliffed out. Magnus already on his way. If only he had like a Shadow Blade to sneak in. Maybe he can get the deny on the tower. Rubik, he tried. But 73 attack just isn't enough. Magnus, why you not empower Rubik for the deny? Why you don't empower? $3.3k also on Krilly, man. Everybody's having so much gold. Juggernaut just purchased something, I think. Yeah, it's an ultimate orb, so I suppose it's gonna be the Eye of Skadi for himself as well. I mean, extra survivability definitely gonna be nice. If you have that Eye of Skadi, even if you get Black Hole, there's a pretty good chance that you're gonna be able to survive that one. In the meantime, Enigma though, 2.4k gold, which means he's missing about, give or take, 600, getting the PKB for himself. So Static Storm until it gets that Aghanim's buff. Even if you're in Static Storm, you can just BKB Black Hole anyway. Then again, there is no Blink, so getting that close for the Enigma into the perfect position isn't gonna be that easy. But Aegis expires now, and is this the point they group up just as the Aegis expires? Feels a little bit weird, but hey, why not? No, they're not gonna do so unless Chaps just wants to take this one creep camp first and then go. Scary Faces though, they aren't really ready to fight into a smoke, although State scouts out Krilly. Immediate pings come in as well. Did they didn't smoke already, did they? No, they didn't. Although I had blue pings. Magnus also pinged it out, so somehow they know. Oh, there's the Sonic Wave silence onto Step Style. Beautiful stuff. No Static Storm, no nothing, no glimpses to catch stragglers, and now Shadowware will not follow up with the stun onto the Bristleback. As said, not the priority target really. So 21 to 13, the kill score now. Scary Faces just once again having slightly better movement on the map. LD just running around as a group and not really accomplishing too much, only watching the Juggernaut farm. Although the Bristleback and Magnus are also rather farmed, just the supports are making the biggest difference almost. What does the Brewmaster have now though? After the BKB, is gonna go for that Vladimir's offering in the end. $2.2k up on the Bristleback as well. Oh, he's gonna get stunned though and mana drained by a little bit. Are we gonna have a Hex to follow? Nope. Just wanted to mana drain, really just wanted to drive him back all the way home. And that's something you don't see every day. Just a single lion comes in and makes a Bristleback with 2k health back the hell out. But now Enigma has his BKB. They should have pretty much everything they could need for a fight now, unless they want to wait for the 200 gold on Brewmaster. Well, never mind, they don't even need to wait for that. They have the Vladimir's offering finished. Force Staff is soon to come out on Shadowware as well, unless it's going to be a Dagon build for him. LD though. Are we going to get a couple of those just team fights that we saw beforehand? They've had like 2 good team fights, I believe, just getting the RP into the Static Storm combination. And Disruptor, unfortunately, since he did die, needs a little bit of extra time to get the Aghanim setter for himself. But we do have a Hyperstone finished up for Krilly. So it's not going to be a Shiva's card, it's just going to be an AC instead. Definitely both are solid choices. AC is a little bit better in the sense that if you do manage to win a team fight, suddenly pushing is going to be that much faster thanks to the minus armor also affecting buildings. But in the meantime, State 2.5k on himself, 5.3k, 5.3k on Twista. He's just going to get glimpsed, nothing else. Okay, okay then, I guess you can do that. Last hit wise, 284 on Medusa, 246 on the Juggernaut. Network difference, 1500 as well. Looking at the KDAs, who has the best one? 14, 5 and 1. State, like 3 of those 5 deaths were rather early on with just massive over-aggression as well. Ramses now. Just scouting out the double damage room. They're probably going to want to leave it to Quista if they can. Quista already making his way there. Doesn't have a bottle anymore. Does have something flying out. Oh yes, it's going to be butterfly finished. If the Medusa chooses to just purchase it up and not save for buyback. But I don't think you really need enough for buyback considering 2 tier 2s are down. Or up rather. And the tier 2 that has been destroyed, that lane is just pushing so far at the enemy tier 2 in fact. Oh, there's the blink forward though. He's gonna get stunned. He is forced to use his RP. Skewer as well gets him to the high ground. Eknar pops his BKB. Are we gonna have a black hole VR? Catches 2 Sonic Wave in the meantime. Blows up Chaps. But there's the stolen black hole. Catches 4. Are you kidding me right now? Eknar, they're still alive. The BKB is doing so much. BKB ends on Enigma, so he's gonna lose his life. But Eres Loco, without him, they would have gotten completely demolished. Where they're still losing the fight, but wow. Eres Loco still, what a steal, what positioning for that as well. At least, I hope I got it on replay. I think I did, so we are gonna see it again, guys. Do you not worry. But wow, still pretty good fight. Enigma getting the BKB and just Magnus, a little bit of just hesitation after jumping in. Got Malphized, didn't BKB beforehand. And that may have made a difference in this fight, it really could have. But taking a look at that fight now, just look at it, there's the RP. Didn't get the skewer angle properly, in the end does get it, but Eknar just survives with enough health Sonic Wave also caught 2 in the meantime, but look at that black hole, my god. Lion, the only one not to get caught, but just so many BKB, so little damage taken by them. I mean, Eris Loco, he did his best, he really did. It couldn't have been any better. Well, I suppose you could have caught all 5, but I think this is as good as you can hope for a Rubik's Stolen Black Hole without a Blink Dagger or Force Staff to be. Okay, back to a normal game as well. Almost forgot, but blood and bloody ashes, that was awesome, man. That was an awesome team fight. But suddenly now State running around with cheese. Krista having that Aegis, another 2.4k after that. Chaps, I think once again couldn't get off that Omnislash. I think he got hexed out by the Lion there. AC is finished on Krilly, but how many ultimates do they have? Well, they have RP again. So they may even be able to pull something off, but they're up against 2 extra lives. 1 on Krista, 1 on Queen of Pain. Unless they can just burst down the Queen of Pain before the cheese usage. Krista just standing in the front lines. Nope, they're just slowly whittling away. Krista doesn't even care about the mana pool or dying here. Krilly, look at how low is Sonic Wave and the Finger of Death. Ramses blinks in as well. RP completely whiffs. This may be the end. Krilly does buy back. Sonic Wave stolen onto 4 heroes, I believe. Rubik once again just keeping them in the game, chaps. Gets the Aegis down with the Omnislash State though. He keeps on going deep. They're really chasing them down, chaps. Nice dodge with the Manta Style of the Shadow Strike. Not slowed down. Gets the healing ward as well. Thrown up in the air, but doesn't really matter. State blinks back. Gets the slow one, Krilly, but Krista just cares about the racks. It's all about them objectives now. All about those objectives. Blink forward. Scream of Pain disabling the blinks. Nice Earth Spike. They kill Eris Loco. Doesn't have a buyback. Oh, but a nice 2-man skewer. Can they get Krista? I don't think so. Especially not with the Stone Gaze being used. Jabs also slowed down and... well, don't think there's a way to escape. Sonic Wave getting Stone Gazed up and, well, everybody's dead. The single soul has buyback anymore. And Scary Faces, I think they more or less just... no, well, maybe they didn't win this game or... yeah, GG well played is called anyway. What a fight. What a fight it was. So guys, with this, Scary Faces taking themselves a 2-0 victory, I think for the first game for themselves in the group stage for Join Dota League European Division 2. So extremely well done by them. Congratulations, like they deserve this win as well, extremely well played. Although LD Lemondogs did show a little bit of signs of life in game number 2, Scary Faces, they were just able to pull ahead a little bit too much during the mid game. So with this, guys, we are done here. Let me check if HeflaTV 1 is still going. Yes, on HeflaTV 1 you still have Goomba Gaming versus Gamers or Game Online rather. So you can check that one out. It's still the second game of a best of 3 series. May go to a third, may not, who knows. So check out HeflaTV 1. Also, you can follow HeflaTV for more content on our Facebook and Twitter, which is HeflaTV for both. For myself personally, it is at Couchor. I'm not casting as much these days because I'm more of a background man now, but you may still be finding me casting those Join Dota League games for you. So with this, just a few songs to finish the stream. Hopefully enjoy it. Once again, check out HeflaTV 1 for Goomba versus Game Online. And see you for now.